been listening to when they're on the tablet, man?
Oh yeah, I've been heavily on this ESPG. You know what I'm saying? They need to put that Dirk on there, that new Almost Healed. I ain't even heard that whole yet.
They ain't put it on there?
What
Okay.
else? You know what I'm saying? Then NBA YoungBoy, then I drop some on this motherfucker every day.
Damn, on the
That
tablet?
man, they drop an album every day on the tablet.
Whoop.
Man, just rep anything, man. Just say something, and then you good.
I'm 4K Trey.
Who? Rakai, what the man?
You just
I ain't good for him, cuz. He ain't no shit.
Rakai, I'm finna,
Folks said nice
I'm finna
ass,
call you right back.
It's him right here. Ask y'all Julie about this. This the little.
Yo, listen. Everything kicked off the moment Pooh Shiesty acted like he didn't know what 4KT even was. One simple question on a live stream turned the whole rap scene upside down. Wasn't a joke. It was a message. It told everyone watching that he wasn't rocking with NBA YoungBoy's camp in any way. And that single reaction exposed how deep this tension goes. Years of loyalty, loss, and painful history wrapped into one moment people almost missed. Before we get into how this exploded, you gotta understand why fans took that tiny clip and turned it into a full-blown war. Because this beef isn't just two rappers exchanging shots. This is about old wounds that never healed, friendships that turned into battlegrounds, and loyalties that still carry weight today. When Pooh Shiesty got on Bendadon's stream, he wasn't looking for trouble. He was fresh out, reconnecting with fans, trying to show love after months behind bars. Ben had Roque on the phone, a streamer known for being a die-hard YoungBoy supporter. So when Roque proudly said he was 4KT, everyone expected Shiesty to either ignore it or keep it cool. Nobody believed he didn't know. The rap world definitely didn't. And the moment spread fast because pretending not to recognize a movement that big is loud in its own way. It said he wasn't acknowledging them. He wasn't giving them respect. He wasn't giving them anything. That type of dismissal hits harder than a straight diss. It's like saying the whole crew doesn't exist in your universe. And in this culture, brushing off someone's entire camp is a strong sign that things are already tense behind the scenes. But the truth is, this reaction didn't come out of nowhere. To understand it, you have to go all the way back to November 6th, 2020, the night everything changed for Chicago, Memphis, and Louisiana all at the same time. King Von, Lil Durk's closest friend and practically his brother, ended up in a fight with Quando Rondo outside a hookah lounge in Atlanta. It started with hands, but seconds later shots went off and Von went down. Lil Tim, part of Quando's circle, fired the shots that took Von's life. And even though YoungBoy wasn't there, the streets connected the situation to him instantly because Quando was YoungBoy's artist. In their eyes, that made it deeper than a random fight. It became a symbol of two sides forming whether they liked it or not. From that moment forward, YoungBoy and Durk weren't just competitors. They were tied together by a tragedy that fans, blogs, and the streets would never let go. Every small detail became part of the ongoing storyline. Every lyric, every Instagram post, every look. Things got worse when YoungBoy dropped a track mentioning O Block by name, making references people felt were aimed at Von. And Durk, already hurting, responded through music, interviews, and symbolism. The divide grew bigger each month. Crews picked sides, fans picked sides. Even artists who wanted to stay neutral got pulled into the middle. This is where Pooh Shiesty comes in. His loyalty to Durk didn't start with the stream moment. It goes back to the track that changed his entire life. Back in Blood. When Durk jumped on that record in 2020, it did more than boost the song. It launched Shiesty into a new level. The numbers were insane. The song charted, ran up views, hit clubs, and basically turned into Shiesty's signature hit. That moment opened doors he had been grinding for, and Durk didn't just give him a feature. He embraced him publicly as part of the movement. Then Shiesty caught federal charges. When someone faces Fed time, the industry usually gets quiet. Other rappers stop saying your name. People distance themselves because they don't want eyes on them. It's sad, but it's the truth. Durk never switched up. He shouted, "Free Shiesty" from stages in front of thousands. He sent money. He made sure people didn't forget the Memphis star sitting behind bars. That hits different when you're locked in a cold cell with nothing but time. Loyalty becomes real. not just a word thrown around in songs. So when Shiesty came home and someone tried to play the 4KT card in front of him, yeah, his reaction made sense. The moment he heard a fan say she didn't mess with Dirk, his whole mood changed instantly. You could see it on his face. He wasn't entertaining any disrespect toward the man who stood by him through everything. That wasn't industry loyalty, that was personal. But what made everything explode was YoungBoy's reaction when he was asked about Shiesty's first day out record on Instagram Live. Instead of giving a simple answer, YoungBoy laughed. Not a playful laugh, a dismissive one. The kind of laugh that tells you he doesn't view you as a threat. The kind that strips away your comeback moment and treats it like nothing. That sentence hit harder than a diss verse. It wasn't angry, it wasn't aggressive, it was dismissive. And in this culture, being laughed at is one of the harshest forms of disrespect. Sometimes it lands worse than bars aimed at your head. But Shiesty wasn't going to swallow that. Hours later, he fired back on Instagram. He didn't mention YoungBoy by name, but he didn't need to. He went after rappers who cap in their raps and said he was the only one really living it. Everybody knew who the message was for. Fans picked it apart line by line, bloggers jumped on it, the whispers got louder. The beef wasn't just Dirk versus YoungBoy anymore. Now it was Shiesty versus YoungBoy too, and personal shots were being exchanged in ways that couldn't be ignored. The fight had shifted from music to social media. And in today's rap world, Instagram stories can cut deeper than a diss track. Every comment, every emoji, every clip becomes ammunition for fans to turn into narratives, theories, and predictions. Artists can't slip, not even once. The pressure stays high, and the smallest words turn into headlines. But the real danger? It's not the posts. It's everything behind them. YoungBoy's 4KT circle has roots that run deep in Louisiana. They're loyal, and they don't play when it comes to standing on business. These aren't casual supporters. These are people who knew him before he blew up, before the fame, before the charts. Shiesty has Memphis behind him, and Chicago ties through Dirk. Memphis street politics and Chicago drill history together form a powerful mix. A mix that's known for standing firm when disrespect hits the table. Two cities with long histories of conflict and loyalty. Two cities that don't back down. The people in these artists' circles have seen real losses. Dirk lost Vaughn, someone he loved like blood. Shiesty lost time, freedom, and relationships while locked up. YoungBoy lost friends too. Everyone involved has been through real pain, and pain creates reactions that logic can't control. That's why this beef feels dangerous. Not because of the music, not because of the jokes, but because all sides have something they refuse to let slide. And fans? They make it worse. Young audiences sometimes feel like defending their favorite rapper is a mission, and that energy can get unpredictable fast. The rap game today leaves almost no room for being neutral. If you show love to one side, the other side might take it personally. If you try to avoid picking a side, people think you're hiding your true feelings. Artists get dragged into conflicts they never wanted because fans, blogs, and street politics force them into positions they didn't choose. This beef highlights that reality perfectly. Shiesty never had personal issues with YoungBoy at first, but loyalty to Dirk put him in the middle. And YoungBoy, who doesn't let anything slide, responded in a way that made it clear he wasn't going to be silent. The hardest part is that both artists have the talent to succeed without all this drama. They don't need to clash. Their music speaks for itself. They have millions of listeners, sold-out tours, and careers that could last years if they stay focused. But ego, loyalty, and the culture of proving yourself in hip-hop keep dragging these stories into darker territory. So what stops this from going too far? It starts with the artists recognizing the weight of their influence. Every time they post something, their crews see it. Their fans see it. People who want to impress them see it. One sentence online can set off a chain reaction offline. If either side pushes too hard, someone else might take action in their name. The industry has a responsibility too. Managers, OGs, label heads, these people have to guide their artists away from choices that bring danger. We've seen too many careers end early because of beef that started small and spun out of control. Too many families cried, too many mothers lost sons, too many artists gone before their time. Shiesty and YoungBoy both have bright futures. They don't need to prove themselves through conflict. They're already stars. But in hip-hop, pressure makes every situation feel bigger than it is. Respect becomes something people guard with their lives, and loyalty becomes both a strength and a trap. This beef is far from finished. The lines are drawn, fans are watching closely. Every move either artist makes will be studied and debated. But maybe there's still a chance for things to cool down before something irreversible happens. Maybe someone steps in. Maybe both sides see the bigger picture. Because loyalty is powerful, but sometimes the price is too high. So tell me, is Pooh Shiesty right for standing with Lil Durk no matter what? Or should he step back before something spirals beyond music? And did YoungBoy cross a line with that reaction? Or was he just defending his name? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button for the latest updates, and stay tuned. This story is just beginning, and we'll be right here breaking down every twist as it unfolds.